Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. Today we'll be talking about this year's softball season, and my guest is someone who should know a little bit something about that softball season, head coach Melanie Davis. Melanie, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks for having me. We appreciate it.
And softball is just right around the corner here. I know you've got to be excited. How are things looking so far now that you got a little bit of practice under your belt?
Well, we feel really good about our team. We had a very good fall season against some quality junior college competition, which is traditionally what the softball programs do. I think we grew a lot in the fall and we're able to see where we are. And we've had a good solid month of practice where we've kind of beat up on one another and hit our pitchers, and our pitchers have struck us out. And so we're ready to take that battle to some outside competition, which is coming up in less than a week.
Now, how is the team looking so far this year? I know you lost a couple of seniors last year, so you're kind of working with some new kids out there. But talk about how the team makeup is this year.
Well, obviously we're going to miss those 5 seniors who were virtually all 5 of them were 4-year starters. That's a big void to fill. But we feel really good about some of the young talent that we've brought in. They've done really well in the fall and in this last month of practice. They've grown a lot. Of course, they will still perform like freshmen, and we'll have to work through those mistakes. But the good news is that we're returning our entire pitching staff from last season, which was also a young pitching staff last year. They did a great job for us, and I think they've come a long way. Our pitching coach, who's been with us now for 4 years, Sharon Amar, does a great job in helping develop pitches and mastering pitches and giving those kids a new face, which they'll need going against conference teams to add a new pitch and a different look every year. And the pitching staff is looking really good. And this game is called fast pitch. And so, that's a key component to your success. And that staff is joined by a freshman, Rachel Rigney, who's a lefty out of the Birmingham area. And she's developing into a little bulldog as well. And we're looking for our pitching to do a good job while our younger position players get some experience.
Let's talk a little about the schedule. Obviously, you've got your conference schedule, which is going to be tough. But what are you looking at out of conference? What are some of the highlights of your out of conference schedule this season?
Well, we open up with our home tournament. This is the 3rd year in a row that we've had this tournament. It's being sponsored this year by Subway. And the headline team, so to speak, at that tournament is Virginia Tech from the ACC. Their pitching coach and assistant coach and recruiting coordinator is one of our Troy alumni, Barbara Sherwood. Okay. So we're really excited about having Barb back on campus. We hope to give her some good Troy hospitality, but then have her leave here with a couple of losses. But we're excited about having them come and be our headliner for our tournament. As far as other big names at home, we play a couple local rivals, UAB and Florida A&M, that we've played for the 20 years that I've been here. But then on the road, we do play. We go to Tallahassee a couple times to play Florida State. We'll play them a couple times in their tournament. We'll play them in a midweek contest, and they're a good ACC opponent that will challenge us as well. And then we, of course, play the Auburn Tigers on the road, and we were successful here at home against them, and so that's going to be a tough feat to repeat on the road, but we're excited about that opportunity.
Good opportunity. And now, of course, the conference schedule is challenging as always, but an added bonus to the conference schedule of the importance of it this year, because you're hosting the tournament this year. So you want to make it through that the conference schedule in order to be able to be a part of your own tournament, right?
Sure, we do. And number one, it's great to be able to play at home for that tournament, but you want to do well against conference teams so that you have a good feel for the fact that you can play well at home against conference opponents when they do come. Our league is a little unique in that only 9 of the teams of the 12 sponsor softball, but only 8 make it to the tournament. So you always leave one team at home and you feel bad for that team. And with the host responsibility, you want to make sure that you try to do well early on and get that monkey off your back to qualify for the tournament and be in a good seeded position to fight for that automatic bid that the conference has to the NCAAs.
Now, obviously, Troy, I know you feel that they're on the top of the league, but how are things ranking out? What's the competition? What are you looking at towards the top there?
Well, it's obviously always Louisiana Lafayette. We voted our coaches poll just a few days ago. I don't think it's been released yet, but Lafayette has always been a great program, been to the World Series multiple times and win their region many times when they go to the NCAAs, go on to super regionals. And, their rightful owner to that number 1 spot until someone can permanently start knocking them off. South Alabama did a great thing last year and knocked them off in the tournament and was able to go to the NCAAs. And so I picked them number 2. I think they're returning their pitching, which will be key for them. They lost a lot of players, somewhat like we did. And then I think we're up there in that mix then, around 3 or 4.
3 or 4. Well, good luck with this season, and thanks for joining us today.
Thank you.